Well, Shruti, thanks very much for taking us through that conversation. From the kids' wear, let's take the conversation to a more adult section. Homegrown beer brand Proost Beer has raised 25 crore rupees in a pre-Series A funding round via a mix of debt and equity led by its existing and new investors. The company said that the fresh infusion of funds is going to play a pivotal role in its strategic expansion plans. Established in 2017, it targets to capture about 5% or more of the rapidly expanding Indian beer market by the end of this decade. Joining me now to talk about the company's plans ahead is its co-founder and CEO, Tarun Bhargav. Tarun, thanks very much for your time here on CNBC TV 18. How much of this 25 crore is debt, how much is equity, and how long of a runway does this give Proost Beer?
So thank you, Ritu, for having me. Thanks for having us on the show. Firstly, most of the amount that we've raised is equity. About 18 to 19 crores comes from equity and only about 5 to 6 crores comes into debt. And the idea is to utilize the funds for expansion and enter new markets. We are currently present across Delhi, Punjab, Kerala, and Uttar Pradesh, and we are looking to enter the markets of Karnataka, Goa, and Pondicherry in the next 12 months.
Okay, could you tell us a bit more about whether you're looking to expand only into these geographies, or are you also going to ramp up your production capacity? Where is it currently at?
So we're currently at about 18 lakhs per annum of production capacity, and we look forward to doubling our production capacity in the next 12 months. That's the idea. The whole idea is that we want to go deeper into our existing markets and also expand our footprints to new markets. And that is where Karnataka and Goa and Pondicherry comes into picture. Yeah.
Could you give us a sense, because you're a relatively younger company, how many units are you currently selling on a monthly basis, and what is your plan to expand this as you enter new geographies, ramp up your production?
So we're currently at about 60,000 cases on a monthly sale. We're growing at a 2.5x in terms of revenue. We're currently producing out of 3 manufacturing facilities. One in Punjab, another one in Uttar Pradesh, and a third one is upcoming in Telangana. The idea is to cater to the North Indian markets by the two breweries in the North, Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. And Telangana will help us go deeper and penetrate into a larger audience in the southern market, which is Karnataka, Kerala, Goa, Pondicherry.
Okay, and any plans to diversify beyond that? Are you also looking at an overseas presence outside of India?
Oh, definitely. I mean, in all honesty, we were a firm believers in the Indian consumption story, and we believe that in the next decade or two, there will be global brands that will be coming out of India. And Proost aspires to be a global brand in the long run. However, for the short run, for the next 5-6 years, our focus remains on the Indian beer market. And post that, we will definitely be looking to go overseas.
And what kind of revenues and profits are you already clocking so far?
We're currently on a monthly revenue run rate of about 2.5 crores. We closed our last year revenues at about 22 crores FY23. FY24, we are targeting a 2.5x growth. We should be seeing a 50 plus crore revenue this year. We are still burning. We are still not profitable, but we should be EBITDA profitable in the next 12 months, and PAT profitability should be achieved in the subsequent 12 months. So we are on a clear path to profitability.
Well, Tarun, it's not an easy market to operate in. There are a handful of players that really dominate the Indian beer market. For a young company like you, how do you get brand building, distribution right to capture that 5% share that you're targeting? And it's not a very large share you're talking about. You're only talking about a 5% share.
So, see, as you rightly said, there are only a handful of players currently present in the market, and that is why it becomes even more imperative to say that the consumer are looking for more options. And to be honest, it's not a winner takes all market. I mean, beer consumption in India, it's largely preference driven and not loyalty driven. Consumers have top 3 or 4 preferences they keep on switching between at the retail vents depending on the availability of the product. So we believe there's enough headroom for a brand like us to grow over a course of the next decade or so. And 5% of this market share converts to about $1 billion in revenue, about 7,000 crores in revenue. So I think for a young brand like us, that's quite aspirational. And even if we are able to reach that stage of about $1 billion in revenue by end of this decade, we are happy with that. Obviously, we aspire to achieve higher,
Well,
but yeah, that's the current target.
well, setting more realistic targets. But Tarun, before we let you go, I was reading you started Prus Beers to bring European quality beer at affordable prices in India. But is the longer term play to remain in this mass market, or will you look at more premium beers? Are you going to look at cafes, distilleries? What's the long term plan?
So premiumization is a growing trend. There's no denying that the Indian consumer market is slowly and steadily moving towards premiumization. However, in the beer category, we still believe that outside of the metropolitan cities, people are still earning for a quality product at affordable pricing. So our main focus will remain on the strong beer, the mass premium affordable beer category. However, we are in the process of launching new products, even in the premium categories. We work on leased facilities. We don't invest into capex as of today. But the long term vision is to have our own manufacturing facilities and our own breweries as well.
Tarun, pleasure speaking to you. Thank you very much for your time here on CNBC TV 18.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Ritu. Thanks.
All right, with that, it's time for us